I got you something. Oh. Again. The pitch black stone transported me.
The trial may require multiple attempts.
A boon.
I felt a kinship with Hecate. Seldom, though, we saw each other. She never seemed to want for children of her own. But the fates delivered you to her anyhow. Your choice.
Down the drain. Message for me. Olympus, I accept this message. Out of my sight. You test my patience. Enough of this. Sure. Freeze. Olympus calls. Olympus, I accept this message.
here, in spirit anyway, and with such boons as ought to practically ensure your victory.
Enchanted for the night. Some bones for later use.
You again. We're still practicing our latest number, lady, so you're just in time. Now it's plain to see you wanna leave under the sea with your favorite sirens. You're so obsessed with
Finally. A gift. No! Return to Shadow now. Another Chaos trial down. These Chaos trials. We're not changing reality too much, are we, Phrenos?
You have returned.
Do what you gotta do. I'm not even here.
Greetings. I'm attempting to contain my enthusiasm for the venerable hero of mortal kind over there, Princess. Our adversary may be crafty, but Odysseus is renowned for his wiles above all.
It figures you would be familiar with the great tactician. Likely he evaded you at least once or twice in his life, if his many tales are to be believed.
Oh, they are to be believed, I can attest.
Moonlight guide us.
To victory.
Good evening.
Headmistress, have you always been so fond of beasts? It seems you would do anything for each other.
Beasts. Saddled with such an uncharitable name. Beasts are far more trusting than most any mortal or immortal I have met.
They make it seem so simple, don't they? To fully trust.
One knows where she stands with beasts, whether she is loved by them or doomed to sate their hunger. Whether the gods were so dependable.
Take all the time you need. Salutations.
That's a nice touch.
Must be an incantation that can help. Power to create. This'll take a little while. Have you experienced our hot springs yet, Lord Moros? The waters cleanse the body and the mind. I'm headed over if you'd care to join me.
Why, I don't see why not. I've seen and heard about such springs as these, though never been. Oof. To think that such a place is hidden here.
So, what did you and the Fates do for recreation where you're from anyhow?
Have I mentioned they like to weave? Their weaving was their occupation and their passion. I never got too good at it myself, and all they needed was the three of them, so...
I know an excellent spinstress who could maybe help with your technique. What did you do while they were busy spinning away?
Well, I would travel the world to witness mortals in their final moments. Look them square in the face as they perished, often in horror.
You do this for recreation's sake?
The nature of the role leaves little time for recreation, and it's all I could do to make those final moments dignified. Though I don't think the gesture always comes across.
I'm sorry.
I've not felt so refreshed in, well, it's been a while now. Thank you again.
May I?
Hold everybody. Silver Sister on deck.
I got you this.
I'm most appreciative of your generosity. Would that I had more to give you in return besides the wisdom of my vast experience.
Please, sir, that is more than enough. Your disciples and I are fortunate to study under you. Moonlight guides you.
Same to you.
one to keep track of. Let me see.
To be direct with you, Master Odysseus, I am what you might call an admirer. At first, I found you extraordinarily frustrating. So adept were you at avoiding certain doom. But gradually, perhaps grudgingly, I grew very impressed.
Oh, I'm flattered and relieved to hear it. Very kind of you to let me know, particularly after all this time.
It's quite humorous, in fact. While you drew breath, I never once had opportunity to tell you.
Quite humorous indeed, my lord. I intended no offense by avoiding you. You know that, of course. A mortal impulse whilst in mortal peril.
Oh, you were a wonder to behold. There were the Lystragonian giants, Charybdis, and, lest we forget, the War of Ilium.
I never do.
Hail, Shades.
Whilst I appreciate the gesture and the drink, it is entirely unneeded on your part. Have I not conditioned you to resist the temptations of unspoken contracts such as this?
I know not to expect anything in return, Headmistress. The act of giving needs to be sufficiently rewarding in itself. And please believe me that it is with you. Together we shine.
Together we shine.
Visions of darkness. This vision I accept. Already come this far?
I have no wish to see the god of light, only his strength.
Ugh, that's cold. Let that be a lesson.
Where'd you get off to, Witchy? The underworld's got her from the looks of it, all cold and wet. Piss poor working conditions, that much is clear.
The Forge of the Heavens. inevitable. Hear me, on my authority. Good.
Whatever's going on out there, you've got to love what you do. Simple as that. Although don't take it from me. I've got the authority right here.
Why, thank you, dear. We each have so much love to give. And the beauty of it is, the more we give, the more we have. To think that such a precious thing can have a limitless supply.
Jump. Until we meet again. In the name of Hades. Such strength. In the name of Hades. Greater might. This'll be over soon. Enough of that. Open. message. My silver's come alive.
Tough call. Really now.
Look at here. That's the power of our songs, gals. Once they hear them, they can't tear themselves away. This song's called Coral Crown.
That's for last night. Mine. Ow! Return to shadow now. Trial done. These chaos trials. We're not changing reality too much, are we, Phrenos?
There you are. You exist. I exist.
Fates protect you.
Lord Moros, I understand you can't reveal the weavings of the Fates. But could you just tell me what the three of them are like?
My sisters. They... well, each is her own goddess, I suppose. Clotho, the spinstress, is the talkative one, the decisive one. Lachesis is a little more agreeable. She apportions the thread. And Atropos, she sticks to the cutting.
It must be a little imposing, knowing your sisters determine the course of every life. Even your own?
Even my own.
Disgusting. Salutations.
Speaking as someone with no small experience starting wars, I gotta say, just because I'm not working for Kronos doesn't mean I don't respect what he's been able to achieve.
Eris, that was one of the worst sentences I think I've ever heard.
Go look at what he's done, objectively, and tell me I'm wrong.
No, thank you. The fates would have me do their bidding.
Returned again.
Fresh from the pot.
I must say, you've been putting our old cauldron to good use. I see and sense the changes in this place. Changes for all our betterment, not just your own.
A proper incantation's never to be used for selfish gain. Though, if I can help bring about positive change from which I benefit, isn't that selfish still?
Discard such doubts as that. You are not thinking solely of yourself, thus you are not thinking selfishly. I've not taught you to neglect your needs, have I?
Of course not.
Then good.
One, please. Here you'll grow strong. You are welcome here and you are safe. You look comfortable.
What did I ever do to
Death to Kronos.
get lost?
Hey, if you're not busy, up for a little visit with me to the riverside? I've got a twin lure we could use right here.
Don't know that I'll be doing you much good, between my inability to use a rod of fishing and my inability to keep quiet, but hey, you asked for it. This is gonna be so fun. Seems like an awful lot of trouble for some weird fish. Anytime now? Swim time's over. Ha, you tricked a fish.
Glad you could join me.
Well, that definitely was a thing that happened. Thanks.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
It's all here. Full grown.
I've little taste for the traditions of the gods, you know. Lest you forget, I am a Titaness. Or in common with our enemy, I dare say, than with the likes of Zeus and his ilk.
No matter your heritage, Headmistress, you have been a sure and steady guardian of mine throughout my life. A bit of tradition helps express the gratitude I feel.
Tradition is all well and good, lest 'tis followed blindly. Senselessly, I should say, for the blind are often very much aware. Let me know.
May moonlight guide you.
And you as well.
You're very kind to me, Princess. I arrived at these crossroads in a desperate state. I didn't expect to be made welcome here.
And I didn't expect to meet Doom face to face, much less for him to be rather agreeable. Yet here we are. May moonlight guide us.
To your success.
What now? Power to create. It'll be worth the wait. There. Got something for you. Ooh. Just breathe.
But that, disciples, is a tale for another circumstance. I trust you have some damaged. I must not partake in such extravagances, for my disciples are counting on my clear-eyed counsel and undivided attention. But tell you what, I'm gonna save this one for later when I'm off, okay?
What you call an extravagance, it must be nothing compared to the luxuries of my father's house. Yet you never want for anything, besides the occasional hit or two. Much deeper than it looks.
Those blades cut to the bone.
Farewell, Commander. To the House of Hades. to Limandoros. Come. Smite them. No.
Old vengeance grows deep inside our hearts. Let it flourish for a while.
There.
Mortals look to us for guidance and inspiration. They must be horrified by what they're seeing of late. Half of them seem to be against us now. Let's hope it's the other half that's left once all this is over.
Tuna, be my guest. Come on out. I got a figment.
Silken finery, so soft, divine. I spin my threads and catch whatever comes my way. My friend. Shoo, get out of here. Is that your cat, my friend? I don't much care for how it's giving me the eye. Good thing I'm way up here. Though wait, can't those things climb?
Don't worry, this is Dula, my familiar. And she'll keep her feline instincts well in check around Arachne, won't you, gal?
I used to love cats. They just don't get on with me quite like they used to. For obvious reasons, I suppose. How does that feel?
I think I like it. Hit me then.
The golden son of Zeus has given you his blessing, I see. Apollo was not always so willing to involve himself in your family's struggles. Perhaps the present matter gives him little choice.
my call. Ashes. It's quiet. That's good.
Found you.
She marked that one for me.
Beat me to it. Well done. Hail, sister.
Together we shine.
Moonlight guide you. Poor wretches left to linger here. Could be relaxing in Elysium, or Asphodel at least. No wonder they're upset.
Kronos claimed it was an act of magnanimity, unsealing the underworld gates, letting the dead roam free. This can't possibly be better than when my father ruled.
Hey, at least it means I can set foot in these parts without inciting some huge territorial dispute. Setting aside the fact that we're already in the middle of one. My mark is yours. Got to go.
Go unseen. I have the gold. All is possible.
Greetings, my dear. We cannot always reach you in those depths, though your boatman seems to have no trouble at all. Keeps to himself, fends for himself. I quite like him.
The clearing isn't far.
Lim and Oros. Set your respect for me aside whilst here. You must give no such quarter to our enemies.
But you are not my enemy, headmistress. How am I to treat you as one?
How? Allow me to give you a demonstration, then. Crossed flames
outlasted her. He's back.
How fare you, little one? Ah, here comes our shadowy assassin on her nightly escapade to try and do me harm. Although perhaps the outcome shall not be so fortunate this time.
We'll soon find out, won't we? I promise not to keep you waiting long. I'm well on my way already, as you can see.
Oh, that I can. Then I had best return and make ready. We have to tidy up for your arrival, after all. Until later tonight.
Until then. Out you go. The air's thick. Going.
A small gift.
Hail, almighty Chaos. Primordial strength.
Return now whence you came.
Those spouts again.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
I can use this.
Again. Look, I can tell you're having trouble moving on. Maybe you ought to spend a little time down in the fields. Clear your head, put the pieces of your heart back together and all that.
If you mean the morning fields, I don't think that's a healing place. The shades there wallow in self-pity and speechless despair. Although there is one who repeats whatever I say to her.
Repeats whatever you say to her. I knew a nymph like that one time. Nice girl. But she didn't get me. Only ever talked about herself. I had to cut her off.
So you do know Echo, the mountain nymph. She's languishing in the fields even now, apparently because of you. I can hardly get through to her.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, tell her Narcissus really wants what's best for her. Unless that's me. Don't tell her that part, though. Best wishes.
More ashes.
Oh, a present. elegant, you're so thoughtful and all that. Don't mean to be rude about it, just don't get the wrong idea, okay?
If I'm to keep taking from your copious supply of unused gifts, seems only fair that I give something in return from time to time. Smite them. Always a treat. Onward. That chaos curse of mine is finally gone. In you go. For safekeeping. before death.
Hello. I know it's dark down here, lady, so just follow the sound of my voice. 1, 2, 3. Seems every day you keep coming back. Now it's plain to see you wanna be under the sea with your favorite siren. Do it, Jimmy. You're such a mess, that little dress. Looks like it's going to go.
Peace and quiet. Got it. The siren's ready room. Should I change things up? One step at a time. So many mortal lives left unfulfilled. Corrupted shades. Flourish. This doesn't belong here. Laughable. Smackers. Lie in ruin. I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
I saw that you encountered Heracles. Beware that man. It was made many enemies in service to the gods. He even wronged me once. and still walks brazenly as ever in my light. Behold my light.
I should be able to get out, I think. Just try and take my blood. They won't be gone for long. Hear me, on my authority. Echo, he's sorry. Narcissus, I mean. I think he's sorry.
Think he's sorry? He's sorry. He's sorry.
He had no idea what happened to you. But he remembers you, and he didn't mean to hurt you. So please don't take it personally. I think he only loves himself.
He only loves himself. Only loves himself. Only loves himself.
Thank you, Echo.
Echo. Echo.
Even in a place of sorrow such as this, there's beauty, gentleness. I know not how to ease your burden yet, though perhaps this will help.
Perhaps this will help. This will help. This will help.
You're giving this to me. It's an honor.
An honor. An honor.
I'm not your prey. Be again at peace. Got you. Imbued with greater strength. Should be able to revive that bow. can finally go. Lord Charon, thank the gods.
Supposedly you're passing through the morning fields along your way down there. Glad I ain't never seen a place like that. Miseries like smoke, gets in your eyes and such. Hard to shake off.
You're not going to step aside, are you?
His coat all matted still with gaping soles. The Hound of Hell, nevertheless, seems satisfied.
In we go. Always use more.
Princess.
No getting out this way. Completely sealed off. Merci. A fish is near.
Within the deepest reaches of the earth, where once Grim Lord Hades reigned, now twists the edifices of the Titan Kronos, who made this former tomb of his home.
I can't believe that this is Tartarus. Gotcha. That's a jiffy. Such an infernal racket around here. Just a few chambers to the house.
Ah, granddaughter, how kind of you to visit us again.
I'll see you soon, Titan. No traitor to the house shall go unpunished. You test my patience. should have stayed in shadow. One left. Deceiving wretches. Mine now. And now for the Titan. In the name of Hades. I'll take it. Adequate. Moonlight, guide us. Refreshing.
Hello again, my girl. You have now seen something of this world. Consider what the gods have wrought. War, famine, betrayal. During my golden age, there were no such concerns. It was a tranquil time, until the gods decided to wrest control forcibly.
Perhaps your rule was not as perfect as you claim. Perhaps you were a stifling presence on your children and their generation, leaving them with little choice but to rid themselves of you.
They failed, and thus presents itself this golden opportunity to teach my children and their generation a most valuable lesson about having to live with the consequences of their actions. Single-handedly.
Smite them.
You little scamp. you forget? Hold it.
How about this?
Goodbye again. Only for now, my girl. Time cannot be stopped.
For my father. Go, Tula. That's a bite. Caught another jiffy. I have what I need for now.
As saffron-veiled Millennium long bided her time, so too must wait a little longer those desirous of the details of her glorious revenge.
Return to Shadow now. I did all right that time. Can you believe it, little one? I did it. I got him. What now? Vengeance for my family.
Took you long enough.
Do not presume to tarry or long within my tent, witch!
Let's have a look around. Considering how well you seem to know Odysseus, surely you know brave Commander Skelemius, do you not? Brave and humble, for I scarce know anything about his past.
Skelemius, you say? I know of no one by that name, and my recollection is infallible. Perhaps he hails from a distant land, presided over by its own strange gods.
No, that can't be. Moonlight guides you. Smells delicious.
Moly petal, cypress leaf, mandrake root, quartz dust, garlic.
Good show that time.
You and Commander Skelemius both were great and famous sailors, weren't you, Odd? Did the two of you ever meet in your mortal days?
Oh, great sailor is an understatement, goddess. They say his exploits rivaled even mine. Alas, that I never once had an opportunity to witness his prowess. Oh, it must have been something.
We're fortunate to have you both. drink of the earth. Moonlight guides you. Hail, O spirits.
Got him again? Excuse me, I'm on duty still.
Broker? Oh, cauldron. Power to create. This'll take a little while. I was thinking of putting these purifying salts to use, Headmistress. Call it a cleansing ritual. Would you accompany me?
A visit to the springs ought to rid us of unwanted thoughts for a while. Let us be cleansed together then. Would that this were all we had to do. We're like two nettles boiling in a cauldron, aren't we?
I remember bathing in this spring when I was very small. You would ask me never to splash your hair, and I would do it anyway. You were so tolerant of me.
Well, now at least you know the reason that your training was so rigorous. There came a point when even my vast tolerance for all your splashing finally wore thin.
Wait, you trained me to the height of my ability as a witch because I got your hair wet?
It was either that or transform you into a newt or something. Come off it, Millenoi. You are entirely too serious sometimes.
A lesson I've been unable to take to heart, Headmistress. I suppose it's been a while since we talked like this.
Yes, well, that's growing up for you. And present circumstances haven't helped either. This blasted hot spring got all covered up with moss and had been stagnant, I don't know how long. Being here again, it takes me back.
Do you think we'll be able to keep the moss from reclaiming this place again?
I'll watch the moss, you watch the splashing. Deal?
Deal.
Much better. Sometimes I think that hot spring could raise the dead.
Come along. What do I need? What?
At last, you are prepared, young one.
Commander, what is that?
May we converse?
Go!
Them sinuses.
Salutations.
Hey, your myriad accomplishments thus far are nothing in comparison to that which you now stand to gain, young one. Eternal glory can be yours if you but prove your worth.
The patterns on that drapery. The secret gifts of the Veil, bestowed on Knight's most dedicated servants. Commander, what are they doing here? Shades are never to look upon them.
Well, let's just say the rules have lately changed. Those gifts, as you refer to them, are yours to earn, provided you can do the stuff the Oath of the Unseen would ask of you, which, as you probably surmised, shall be no simple feat.
Perhaps a test merely of greed and arrogance. To overextend with the Oath may put my task in jeopardy.
Come on, don't be such a baby.
I mustn't look.
Cease messing with that thing.
The Eye of Night. Grant me the aspect of Artemis.
She knows her blades.
The Arms of Night. Grant me the aspect of Thanatos.
Oh, that guy, huh?
Set. The sea. I can see even deeper now. I can overcome this. Skipped me ahead.
Do the fates determine what transpires, or do you?
For my father. The ship's helm. Vengeance. Sink or swim. My mother's strength.
seven seas, my niece. Unfortunately, teeming with invaders now. Got my hands full dealing with them, if you must know. We'll see if you can break through their blockade.
A wave of power. My silver shines.
A brief respite awaits.
Next vessel. Olympus, I accept this message. A sudden surge. Down with the ship.
Here you go.
They got through.
Odin could whisk you clear across the sea rift that Poseidon carved out, but we mustn't get spotted working too closely together. And besides, you're helping us with every deck you swap, so cheers!
Better.
Ahoy there! Surprise! You are the fortunate recipient of my almighty boon, which means the legions of Kronos are in for an even bigger surprise, and not the good kind.
Strength of the sea. May I? out, Charon.
Hi, babe. Can't always stop you, but I can always slow you down.
She started it.
To feel again the stable earth beneath her feet replenishes within the princess of the underworld her nearly limitless resolve, as her objective finally draws near.
Mount Olympus. There it is ahead. Some stardust. You! Return to Shadow now. Mission complete. These Chaos trials. We're not changing reality too much, are we, Phrenos?
Hail, witch!
Hey, Mel. I mean,
Ravens shall feast on your eyes!
Here comes trouble.
More of this.
You don't know how good you've got it, Trouble. I grew up surrounded by siblings, all thinking they were better than me. There's hoity-toity retribution over there, and death, and doom. Nobody wanted anything to do with strife.
Moros could relate more than you know. You children of Nyx are widely feared, but so what? You don't need a lot of friends, you just need a few good ones. And the very meaning of strife is for you to define, isn't it?
I mean, I guess.
Fresh from the pot. Good evening, broker. Fair trade.
Heart of wormwood, earth apple, spider silk, wax stone.
So then, were you ever certain you had finally met your doom? Or did you truly think there was always a plan of escape to be discovered, no matter how dire the circumstance?
Well, to be quite frank with you, Moros, may we be informal thus? I had the hardest time untangling myself not from near-fatal situations, but the arms of certain goddesses. My greatest weakness, looking back.
Ah, indeed. But how was this a weakness? As I understand, your wife Penelope stood by your side despite your indiscretions. I trust I do not overstep. I know this can be a sensitive topic with those from the surface.
Penelope stood by my side, because I only told her so much about my indiscretions, as you call them. Then, when we reunited after death, I had to tell her the rest. She had spent her best years awaiting an unfaithful man.
I see. After everything you'd been through, did your relationship end in an amicable way at least?
Surprisingly enough, did.
Vengeance for my father.
Death to Kronos.
I thought I said you needn't curry favor with me thus. I shall take this bottle nonetheless, if but to penalize you for not offering it up instead to someone more deserving of your affection.
I can think of no one else I would rather have this than you, Headmistress. You've made me the goddess I am, and not a night goes by that I'm not grateful for it.
How often must I say I'm not your mother, Milinui? You needn't lavish me with such unbridled praise. I raised you to destroy our common foe. You owe no gratitude to me.
You've often said what we intend and what we do are not the same. I know you're not my birth mother, so what? You've cared for me. That's more than enough.
I've used you, and I'm using you still. Can't you see that? I've attempted not to hide this fact from you, yet you turn it aside.
You have raised me in accordance with the promises you made to my father. He never asked you to coddle me, did he? Surely he wanted me to fend for myself.
And do you think you can? You remain under my auspices, take aid from Olympus. You're not as independent as I planned. And furthermore, I've inadvertently caused you to think I've made you better off.
I believe you have. I know no other way. It fills me with sorrow, knowing you feel undeserving of the love I have for you.
Set your sorrow well aside for now. I'll drink your nectar and enjoy it, if you please.
I would. Be well, headmistress.
And you, Malinois.
What to cast? Hey, I was thinking I'm due for a good boil in the springs. Join me for a bit?
A visit to the baths with you right now? Ha! Sure. I'm honored to accompany you, Goddess. Almost like I'm alive again. I trust the temperature is to your liking,
You've met many goddesses even in your mortal days, haven't you, Odd?
In this, I'm very fortunate indeed. The Lady Athena often watched over me. I'd never have survived the war if not for her. Then, on my travels home, there was Calypso and Circe, a witch not unlike you.
Circe used to study under headmistress, always with her crystals. And Calypso, she's a nymph, correct? A lesser goddess, I suppose?
Nothing lesser about her, with respect. These goddesses, the hospitality they showed me, why, it almost made me forget myself. Forget my family.
But you did not forget. You made your journey home. Even I know the tale.
It's a tale, goddess. Anyway, life takes its complicated turns. Take it from me. That was a splendid and much-needed time. Truly appreciate the invitation.
Stay strong, my friends. I'll just clean this up. Go.
The time to prove yourself has finally come. So are you gonna earn the gifts of the Veil over there? Or squander your chance to get some of that eternal glory?
Eternal glory. If such a thing may come to those who manage to achieve extraordinary feats, so be it. But to chase glory as a goal unto itself, that can't be right. At least, it's never been our way.
But our ways can change, wouldn't you say? We mustn't become mired in the olden ways of doing things. Though I don't mean to pressure you, kiddo. It's just, I think you ought to get what's yours is all.
I'll think about it. The gifts of the Veil. Here you go. Let me see. What say the cards this eve? I can't.